Hello and welcome to Bartek the Metalhead's channel. So we are going back to Gavin Harrison and the Porcupine Tree stuff. So here in the comments we have James Kubica. Hey James, you have a Polish roots? Because your surname is like Polish surname? And you wanted me watch iconic beats called The Sound of Muzak by Drumeo. And I am a big fan of Drumeo channel, so that's a good request. But before we do the Drumeo video, I decided to do The Sound of Muzak live in some kind of drum festival, I think. As always, remember about Imperials in my band, because if you want to support me and my channel, find my band on the internet. We are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we are on iTunes, we are on Amazon and any platform you can find on the internet which is supported by DistroKid, even Napster. We have a beer, yeah, it's Piast as always, because it's cheap and good, and we have an inflation in Poland, so I need to buy cheaper beer. Cheers for you, cheers for Gavin Harrison once again. And without further ado, let's go. 3, 2, 1, bam.
Please give a warm welcome to Gavin Harrison.
Warm. Forget about it. Never mind. So I guess it's the same festival as earlier video with Anesthetize. So okay, 7/4. So I guess this is the legendary groove in this song that everyone wants to learn. No doubt it's a good groove. I'm a big fan of misplaced snare hits, so a lot of middle frequencies. Okay. How I never heard of this guy? I always searching for music where there is so much going on, where you have some great musicians for the inspiration and everything. How? I love Eros Ramazzotti. I heard of Porcupine Tree. A little bit, I heard. Why I didn't listen to that guy for the whole time of my life? This guy is so tasty on the drums. Hearing his style of playing. Now I'm hearing his style of playing, because he has right now he have similar solutions for the grooves, drum fills, and that's cool because he with that solutions you can hear this is Gavin Harrison playing, not anyone else. So that's a recognition. And what's the more interesting in this guy, he has a lot of classic solutions for drum fills, for drum beats, for grooves you can find on any even pop or old school rock music, but they are so universal, and this guy gather all of those solutions, mix them up, and make with his original playing. He formed his own style. It's simple when I'm talking about it, right? But the thing is that it's a whole fucking process. It took years to develop that kind of playing on any instrument. You know, I'm sorry for pausing, but those uh, death metal drum fills when you're hitting two toms, two bass drums, two toms, two bass drums, you know, those classic drum fills when you're listening to metal. He's using it, and they are so decent, like a machine, like a easy drummer. But he is a human, and it sounds way better than easy drummer. That's amazing. Yes, of course, it's easier to play few fast notes on the, for example, bass drum, like like he's doing right now. But you need to have so much control in your legs, in your muscles, to play that on that level. Really, I heard many drummers play during my concerts, my supports, when I play some festivals. You know, it's a bunch of musicians, amateur musicians, semi-amateur, semi-advanced, even professional, the whole pack of the people playing instruments, right? And many of them was amazing. Many of them played well, but always there was one little thing that was missing in this playing on the instrument. Some homework wasn't done on legs, for example, or for hands, for timing, for not being sloppy. You can count. Bam, 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 you know. It's easier to play 16 notes on double bass, for example, double bass, like because you don't need so much stamina for playing the constant double bass drum, but you need to have full control on what you're doing on the instrument. So actually this is hard because many of those musicians I saw on many gigs, concerts, festivals, forgot about this practicing those kind of things. Okay, because we can say it's simple, it's simpler than playing another thing, but it doesn't mean that it's simple and you can do it like this. The control on the instrument is the worst thing to practice ever. If any of you tried to practice on any instrument, you know what I'm talking about, right? Once again! Playing ghost notes and this... Jak jest gęsty po angielsku? Słownik, proszę. Thick. Okay, thick. Playing at this feeling with those ghost notes, making from this whole drum fill with double bass in this tempo, playing so thick, that's another level. I need to see it. I need to see it one more time. need to drink more. Nice offbeat, nice offbeat. Beautiful. Ah, okay, but it's in triplets.
Please give.
If you're watching this video right now and you like it, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the notification bell. You can also leave a comment down below and leave me a message about new reaction video or new ideas to watch. Thank you very much, my friends.
Before I start the Drumeo video, I need to share with you one information, because sometimes in my videos I am complaining about my bandmates, right? The vocalist not understanding the simple hi-hat playing or something like this. We are doing a second album right now, and I'm meeting my guitarist to record the pilots for new album, and he saw my Gavin Harrison video, and he appreciated that this guy played so well, appreciate that he was so groovy. Gavin Harrison is a guy in my style, actually. I'm playing metal, right? But I like those kind of things. He has 80 or even 90% solutions for drum beats, drum fills, which I like. So for now, this guy is my favorite. That's a big information for me, that my guitarist like that. I hope my vocalist will like that too, because we are in the middle of the process of synchronization of 4 people in the band, and if you have four guys in a band, it's very hard, it's very difficult, and I hope all of them will appreciate that, and we will do a fucking amazing second album. Just stay tuned about the second album, because it will be totally different from the first album, Ritual Murder. Okay, so before we start, the beer. Oh, the beer. Fucking alcoholic. Yeah. So I promised to make a Drumeo video, so let's fucking do this. Okay, without further ado, Gavin Harrison, The Sound of Muzak, Groove, Drum Lesson by Drumeo. 3, 2, 1, bam!
Alright, welcome to the next video, everyone. We're talking now about one of the most iconic beats that I think, Gavin, you're known for, is The Sound of Muzak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And really the most underlying secret of it is I didn't really write it.
Really?
This is something that Steve had programmed on a drum machine. And I thought, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I really like that. If I play that, I'll just pretend I'll take the credit for that.
Yeah.
Steve had programmed.
Wow. Wow, you know, but that's true. When I was listening to Thomas Hake from Meshuggah interview. Thomas Hake interview. Drum Talk. Yes, it is a channel on the YouTube, Drum Talk, which I like. It's nothing new that Meshuggah making on the computer, right? Because first you're just writing those fucked up drum beats and guitars, and then you're composing a song. Because if you're a human, not reptilian or the alien, it's impossible to invent those kind of beats, those kinds of compositions, just by playing music jams, some rehearsals. So it's understandable, right? So I fully understand the Gavin Harrison right here, because when we, as Imperial Scene, doing new songs, we are of course playing on our place to play music and composing music, but if you have greater ideas for the particular song, mostly it's ended up on writing drums on the computer, because it's faster, it's simpler, it's working with another way of thinking, I think. I'm writing it. Sometimes my guitarist helping me with writing those drums. He's telling me about how I should play in this particular part of the song. So yeah, this is how it works. And then it's the same reaction, right? Oh, that was cool. I could play that. Which is, on the rehearsal playing or jam playing, you probably will never took that idea from just playing. Those are another ideas. It's I should say, computer composing and natural composing with the instrument. It's two different ways of composing music, and it's a very good thing to mix them up.
And something, I mean, it was just a kind of really stiff drum machine part. And what's very interesting about this particular rhythm is, I think of it in 7. It's actually, when you break it down,
I knew it. It's a 7/4.
the bass drum and snare drum are playing 7/16. So 1, 4, and 6.
Right.
So the bass drum and snare drum pattern are looping in 7/16.
Right. Okay.
And I think, I could be wrong, I think originally it had a sort of 8th note thing going on the hi-hat. So...
Wow.
And when I got to jam with it and play along with it, I immediately felt like I wanted to play 7/4 over the top.
Yeah. 7.
Now, the subtleties, the ghost notes, the open hi-hats was something that I guess I injected into the original part.
Right.
So to play it slowly for you, I'll count 4 in. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. He just made it more naturally. More natural. That's a great request, because you're seeing the professional guy on the drums explaining how they are composing their music, right? And you see similarities with composing in your band, your struggles, your problems and difficulties and everything. Wow! I didn't expect that I will do a reaction video for Drumeo lesson.
Now, I probably added more ghost notes over the years.
Yeah,
With
it's
everything
natural,
that
yeah.
we played in Porcupine Tree, we found that it evolved, mutated, because when you play it hundreds of times live, you find little kind of subtleties and things change as they go along.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I felt as the progression of
the same thing in my band is like we did a Ritual Murder album in 2018. And we were playing this album since 2014, I think, 15, something like this. And over the years, we are playing in totally differently. So I understand it fully.
Of the song, you know, we played that song hundreds of times. It used to be our favorite second song. So whatever tour we did, we normally started with a fast one, and the second song always just felt great to do Sound of Muzak.
Right.
It didn't feel like an opening song.
Right.
It was too laid back.
Right.
But it was always a great,
Yeah.
great breather
Right.
as a second piece of the set.
Yeah.
So I'll play you along with the original track.
My question is, sorry for pausing, but quick question from me as a amateur musician. When you're going to a concert, right? For every band you like, what do you like actually for the first song, second song? Because this is a logical thing. What Gavin Harrison said, that for the first song you need a blast song, and the second one is in a different pace, a little bit calming down the setup, the whole setup, and then you're developing and building up your setup for the concert, right? What's your thoughts about order of playing songs on the concert of your favorite band? Is it right to play a blast beat song for the first song and then something slower, or maybe you want to hear anything else? That will help my band to develop our setlist for gigs. Tell me about it. Please tell me about it.
Track, the rhythm that I came up with.
Yeah.
And something I was conscious of when I did it was trying to play it really relaxed and back on the beat. It was never meant to be a sort of, you know, like an urgent feel. I always wanted to play it way back on the beat and have a nice big relaxed sound to it.
Okay.
So even when you're
Okay.
playing odd times, and
Yeah,
even
okay.
when there isn't 2 and 4 on the snare drum, you can still play it with the same attitude.
Yeah. The
Right.
Same
Yeah.
Relaxed.
Yeah, as Bernard Purdie might play, you know, a Steely Dan song.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, or Jeff Porcaro might play, you know, a song with someone with a nice relaxed feel. All the ghost notes are laid back, and approach what is, you know, a quite progressive, odd time signature, but with the attitude of it having, you know, a funky, laid back feel.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hear the sound of music drifting in the aisles.
That's amazing.
Prozac stretching on for miles. Music of the future will
He's
not
totally chilled.
entertain.
Yeah.
It's only meant to repress and neutralize your
Because, you know, what he just said right now is he wanted to play this beat just laid back, you know, not in a, you know, sticky arms and in the particular beat, you know, the tension of being in time, you know. That's a great advice actually for the drummers, because you need to be relaxed on playing on drums, and if you're relaxed and feeling the song, you can make the same thing being in the time, and in additional way you can be off time playing some cool things beyond the time signature or something like this. So if you're hearing this, it's a fucking amazing thing, actually. He's totally chilled and doing amazing things.
future will not entertain.
See?
It's only meant to repress and neutralize your brain.
He is flowing with the song. You know, that was very cool. It's almost like flams, but it's not, because it sounded like a proper drum fill in maybe 16 notes or 8 notes with triplets. Whatever. I didn't count it, so you understand the idea, right? But listen to that once again. Bam, 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 that's right. This is the classical thing I was talking about. This bam, 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 right cymbal. And you need to see that he's not playing bam, 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 bam for the whole time. Sometimes he will miss one note for purpose. It's like bam, 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 you know. He's making a place for another hand to make ghost notes, some tom-toms. It's making a groove. Right now, for the triplets.
So,
I can listen to you play that all day. That's great.
yeah, I just wanted to get to the chorus part
Right.
to show you that it goes into 4/4, but with that rhythm, dum, gat, gun, gun, dum, da, with that anticipated snare drum on the 1 E and A.
Right.
Dum, gat, gun, gun, dum, ba.
Right.
It felt like a laid-back song to me when I played it. And I remember recording it at Avatar in New York. In fact, I recorded it on the second day I was there.
Wow.
So that's why it became our best ever second song.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I don't know, it was a magic day. It felt, you know, once in a blue moon with your own playing, you have a one-off day where all the planets seem to just line up.
Okay.
And you think, wow, everything's feeling great today.
No kidding.
You know, and then the next day it's gone. Yeah. And it doesn't come back. It's like a solar eclipse.
Right.
Yeah.
It comes around once, you know, once in a while. But I can remember that day very clearly.
And it was a good day.
It was a good day, and I was in a very good frame of mind. You know,
Yeah.
the studio was in the center of Manhattan.
Right.
And it was a bright, sunny morning, and I walked from the hotel to the studio, and I was just in the right mood.
You're in the zone.
Yeah.
So, question for you: how prepared are you before you guys go into the studio? Like when you did the Sound of Muzak recording on that day, how certain were you with exactly what you were going to play?
Well, I wasn't. I mean,
Oh,
I worked
okay.
at home for about 2 weeks with the demos. And in fact, this was in the days of mini disc.
Right.
Right.
You're right.
And I remember before we started recording, I would go in the studio and warm up for half an hour. And then I would listen to my mini disc and just try and remember some of the subtleties and some of the things that I'd played at home that I liked. I think, well, maybe I can remember to play that kind of fill
Yeah.
or do those ghost notes or something. And that's I would use it as a reference.
Right.
I don't know if I ever played it to the band.
Once again, I'm sorry for pausing me, but it's the same feeling I had recording the drums for Illusia band. This band is not existing anymore, but I do a session work somehow, right? They just sent me raw guitars recorded in the studio. They wanted me to make some drums sections for this song because their drummer just left the band, right? And my experience was that they had a certain time reservation for the recording studio, and I had maybe 2 days to develop some drum patterns, drum fills, drum beats, and then get into the studio and record that. So I was listening the guitars, only guitars, and the bass guitar, of course. So I was listening few times those guitars on my headphones and few times at my work, and that was it. I just get into the studio and recorded those drums by the pure flow. It wasn't the greatest, I mean, it was fine. The important thing about it, it was like that I made maybe 2 takes of the song, and we decided to take those takes and mix it with the guitars and do the proper song. So for me it wasn't perfect. There was some mistakes for me personally in my head, but it was cool. That's the same feeling as Gavin Harrison talking about. Let's finish this video because I need to piss.
What a mini disc.
No kidding.
But that was what, 2002.
So there's a lot of that
2002.
before when you're in the studio. Like, let me try this fill out. Let me see if that works. And then I guess the guys
sorry.
are listening too, or are they just trusting you?
In that no, the tracks were basically the demos, and the guys were all in the control room, and that was a song where they just kind of had a big smile on their face, and they said, "Great." It might have been the first or second take.
Yeah,
Just went
okay.
down. Other songs,
That's
I
what
might
I'm
have
talking
done
about.
10, 12 takes, and we might have
Yes.
said, yeah, you know that bit, what do you think if I did that bit, but I played the China? What if, you know, we had some discussions about changing things. But that particular one, I think, went down really quick.
Yeah, I guess that feeling translated very well into the song because it's one of your best songs out there. It's
That's amazing.
that groove. It's iconic now. So thank you so much for sharing those
Pleasure.
stories. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. We'll talk about the next song.
Muzak stretching out for miles. Music of the future will not
Yeah. You know, I need to record more videos of Drumeo Listen, because I was watching some Polish guy commenting political situation on our country, and it was fucking amazing. It was interesting for me, and I was watching the whole video. So this is a good request, and I need to make it more, I think. What can I say about his developing this groove for the sound of music? Is that it doesn't matter if you are a professional musician, or amateur musician. The difficulties on recording the song are the same, and you have the same feelings, the same problems of doing that. My chemistry teacher 15 years ago was said that the first thought is the best. Not maybe in 100%, but in 80-90% of things going on around you, this sentence is true. Cheers for Gavin Harrison. Once again, cheers for you. Stay safe. Remember, beer have vitamins, and because it's not many vitamins in the beer, you need to drink many beers at once. That's the weakest translation of the sentence I ever heard, so I'm sorry, but you understand me. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time, my friends.